This is Zakesta Z, one of the latest independent shmup games created by developer Zakishi. Zakishi has been around for a while now, publishing games under his independent label, Higekiya Honpo. Many of these games consist of freeware titles, published on his personal webpage and on itch.io. A typical Zakishi game has two defining traits. The first consists of this heavily pixelated graphical style, which gives the game a very retro feel. The second is that there's always clear homages to legendary STG franchises throughout the ages. The first time I was exposed to Zakishi's shmup was from playing a game called Bastanex. It was a pretty high-octane experience, which is fitting because of the franchise it was referencing, the legendary Thunder Force series of shmups, along with cameos from other famous Hori STGs like R-Type and Darius. Recently, Zakishi has taken his games into more commercial ventures, starting to release his games on the Steam platform. Zakesta Z is the second of these releases, an updated and retooled version of a game he previously released as freeware. There are two games that Zakesta Z pay homage to most prominently. The first and most obvious one is Compile Zonok, a game that I just so happened to cover previously on The Final Shot, and that I know very well. The second is Hudson Soft's Star Soldier series, with all its suitable background elements and caravan-style progression. Depending on how well you know those games, they have a few hidden tricks that Zakishi also programmed into Zakesta Z. At the very beginning of this video, I shot one of those bluish power containers, appearing sporadically throughout the stage. While one of the containers was still flashing, I collected the yellow power chip inside, right before it was destroyed. This immediately boosted my main weapon to the max level, level 5. That's actually an old Zonok trick. I'll go more into the gameplay mechanics and the power-up system in a bit. Zenza Bonus is also a reference to Star Soldier, in particular a famous enemy in that game, the type of thing that old shmup nerds like me would recognize and appreciate. In a broader sense, Zakesta Z contains a lot of homages to Compile shooters in general. If you're a fan of Compile's Alista series in particular, you'll find some things coming up that'll make you smile, particularly with references from Musha Liste and Super Liste.
I believe that tonight we answer each and every one of us.
The primary game mechanics of Zakesta Z work like this. You have a main shot that you can upgrade using the bluish containers that come in threes I mentioned earlier. Collecting the chip inside will upgrade the main weapon up to a maximum of level 5. You also have access to an array of side weapons labeled number 0 through 5. These weapons have an assortment of different properties depending on the side weapon, and some of the effects of the side weapons are directly lifted from Zonok. By collecting the number of capsule icons scattered throughout the stage, you can power up the side weapons up to a maximum of level 3. You also have a button that when pressed will deliberately slow down the speed of your ship. When that happens, the property of the side weapon will change. causing it to have a different effect. Scoring mainly consists on collecting the numbered point icons that come out from destroying enemies. The number they start at depends on the game's difficulty, but they count down to the number 1, depending on how long they are on the screen. So you're encouraged to stay close to enemies and collect the point icons as soon as possible. This leads to another important scoring mechanic, the Z-Zone. By pressing the activation button, you will create a circular field around your ship that expands the longer you hold it down. Letting this button go will collect the chips and multiply the point value of them exponentially. Use of the Z-Zone is dictated by the narrow bar on the left closest to the gameplay field. You can't use it while it's in red cooldown mode, and you can only activate it when the bar fills up to the blue level, until the bar is empty. Using the Z-Zone during sections where lots of point chips will be spawned is the most important scoring aspect of the game, which I don't always take advantage of. There's other meta mechanics too, but that should be enough for you to dive in and understand the general gameplay flow. The game has a normal mode, a variable difficulty rank mode, and the mode I'm playing now, Zutos, which locks the game's difficulty on the hardest rank. But overall the game isn't that difficult and actually pretty well suited for casual play. Especially if you use Z-Zone frequently and effectively, you can get lots of extends from the rapid score increases. When you get hit, you won't die right away, but you'll just lose one level of sub-weapon power, all the way until you get back to level 0 and you revert back to your default sub-weapon. Getting hit in that state will result in a death. Things will pick up after this boss, so I think I've said enough for you to enjoy the rest of the video. Coincidentally, Tsukishi's latest game, Barzanex, has just released on Steam as of this recording date, but I encourage you to check out all his works. Until the next commentary, I'm EX. Enjoy the rest of the video.
I believe that tonight we answer each and every one of us. every one of us. I believe that tonight we answer each and every one of us. 聞こえる研ぎ澄まされた声、冷たく凍えそうな風へ薄れて